Hi, I'm Gareth Beavers from TechRadar and I'm here with the new Samsung Galaxy S7. They look quite similar to the previous models, but there are quite a few little differences that we're looking forward to checking out, and actually in the hand they feel quite different. As you can see, it looks fairly similar to the previous Galaxy S6, but there are a few key differences that do actually make a difference. The first one is on the back. As you can see here, it's curved a little bit. That's got a different process from Samsung, which means that in the hand it actually feels a lot more smooth, a lot more pebble-like, and while visually it's very similar, the feel is a lot different. The camera on the back there is much lower raised, so it's got a less protruding bump. I think it's 0.46 millimeters. And again, that makes a difference when you're just holding it in profile. It just feels a lot slicker. At the bottom here, it's an exposed slot, which means even though it's waterproof, you don't have to worry about having extra ports, which is a really nice feature and really makes it a lot easier. Unfortunately, it's not USB-C, which we were hoping to see this time around. On the top here, we've got the microSD and SIM card slot, which is a real boon. People are looking for expandable memory, that's back, and people are going to be really excited about it. Unfortunately, it's not adoptable storage, which means you can't put a memory card in and have that as part of the internal storage. But again, it's something people have been crying out for from Samsung, and it's great to see. If you compare it to the previous model, this phone on the left, the Galaxy S7, is running Android 6 Marshmallow. As you can see, the phone icons have changed, everything's a little bit flatter, it's closer to the screen, and this is the thing people have been looking for a while in terms of getting a more unified experience and really taking away what TouchWiz does to the phone. As you can see here, it's just a lot cleaner, it's a bit crisper. There's still the same Samsung features underneath, but things like S-Finder haven't really been as overtly pushed. And you're getting more of a clean, Google-ified Samsung experience rather than just having the same TouchWiz situation that people really aren't always a fan of. Firing out the camera is a really simple experience. Double tapping the home button gets you straight in. This is quite a similar experience to previously. You're getting the same kind of operating system and user interface as before. It goes up to 12 megapixels this time, which means actually things are quicker, things are faster. As well as that, low light is much more improved. So if you're taking a picture in dark situations, you're going to get a better picture at the end of it because there's just more light going into the pixels. The highest you can go 16:9 is 9 megapixels. Still, that's perfectly good enough. And the other thing we've got here is a dual pixel system, which means that it can focus on two different things at once and it gets a much faster autofocus. It's really difficult to show that here, but let's give it a go. It's interesting to see that Samsung's gone for the 12 megapixels with 4:3 resolution. This is taking it back again to something that Apple does really well in terms of bringing a 4:3 resolution, which is more of the kind of the stock, the professional photographer's mode of doing things. It doesn't quite fill the screen as some of these photos do, but at full resolution, what you've got there is more of a professional photographer's picture. The screen is QHD again, which really isn't much of an improvement over last year, but essentially that's all we needed. It's already really high resolution. And as you can see, everything looks really clear. As you play a video, you can zoom in, you can just see just how much detail there is in there. It really shows off the abilities of the Super AMOLED screen. So the gaming experience on the Galaxy S7 and the S7 Edge is sensational. It looks really quick, it works really well, and thanks to the improved GPU and CPU, everything is so much quicker. Game Launcher. This is a big new feature for Samsung. It's a sandbox for its games. And one of the key things here you'll see is the game tool icon. So what you can change here is to have things like no alerts during the game. So if you get a phone call in the middle of a race, it doesn't ruin it. You can lock the back key so you don't accidentally knock it into a different mode, or you can minimize the game while it's in the background. So I'm playing this game, I'm thinking I'd like to record this and send it to my friends. Simply press that, it's recording. So I can move it around, put it in, and if I fancy stop recording, take it out that way. Other thing you can do is take a screenshot. So again, take a screenshot, you can share it with friends. It's all about shareability and making the gaming experience on a mobile as good as it is on a console. And this is a really important step forward, and I think Samsung's done well to pick that up. Right, so this is the Galaxy S7 turned off, except there is stuff on the screen still. But that's because always on is, well, an always on display. It takes less than 1% of the battery per hour, but thanks to using Samsung's Super AMOLED display, it reckons it can really control that. And well, it's great to be able to see the clock whenever you look at your phone, but 1% an hour is 24% over a whole day's worth of use, which actually does sound like quite a lot. You can turn it off, of course, so you can change things to calendar or having an image, but really I think this is more of a novelty feature than something people really use. It's not that much hard to press the button and turn it on, but it's a difference and it will make headlines this year. You can't see it right here, but the Galaxy S7 has a much bigger battery than last year. 3,000 milliamp hours, that's really good. And while last year Samsung's Galaxy S6 was terrible on battery life, there's a hope with adding Marshmallow into the mix as well. This could be a long-lasting Samsung, and with the Galaxy S7 Edge offering 3,600, there's something for everyone in there. That's a whistle-stop tour to the Galaxy S7, but the key question is this just a Galaxy S6s? It looks the same, it's got a few feature bumps, and Well, there's a question mark over whether this is a big enough jump forward to be worth the S7 title. Well, those changes are actually quite useful. There's a bigger battery, the camera is definitely better, it's waterproof, which makes a big difference, and if the battery lasts long enough, that's a big jump for Samsung. Expandable memory storage as well, really, really important, and while Samsung definitely hasn't made a whole mind-blowing new phone, there are a few big steps forward that people will definitely enjoy. So let us know what you think. Is the Galaxy S7 really the S7 or is it the S6s? Has Samsung done enough here to really wow you? Let us know in the comments below and look forward to our full review coming very soon.